Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figured why not this one? Why not this one? Resident Evil. That's right, Resident Evil. I'm on about the game now, not the film, because I'm not doing the fourth Resident Evil, because I think it's a piece of shit. So I'm going to talk about the game. So in 1996, this decided when the base station, that being the base station, was in its heyday. I mean, it was in its prime. This was the era when the original Tomb Raider come out, Das Bandicoot, and this one being Resident Evil. Now, this was like an horror game. It was a love letter to zombies and so on. It was a love letter to zombies. So he starts off when he got the army. He does actually sort of remember right then the real game, real life people. So, you know what I mean? It's not video camera. You had real people doing a pole shot, and they was going down, and there was in a roar, and it's like the umbrella jumping there, and they break into a tassel. They break into a tassel, and long behold, it's riddled with zombies. And on the way, if I remember rightly, you get the stingless dogs, they're attacking the soldiers. You got the spiders moving the dust, spraying acid on people, and it's got gas, and so on. And in all fairness, I fucking wish they made the original film like this. I really do. Fuck Harris and all this other shit. Harris wasn't even in the fucking game. So we're not in the game. We have this troop of armies, troop of soldiers, proper badass, in a tassel, and it's riddled with zombies. And I always remember there was a bit where the video, right, there's his die line on the floor, and he's lying there like this, right, and his face just slowly moves like that. Lo and behold, he's a zombie. He's a fucking zombie. And I always like the bit where you got the cheapy music and there's bits where you open the door, you've got the door there, right? It's hard to explain this, it's all the day, but you know, copyright, now you got the fucking day. But there's a bit where they open the door and the door slowly opens and it goes black and you go through the door, you get like a PV shot of the door. And every time something bad, every time something cheapy happens, you get cheapy music. And it reminds me of the 90s Night of the Living Dead, you know, when you had cheapy music in certain scenes. And it kind of reminds me of the original A Nightmare on Elm Street, where you had cheapy music, it was playing in the background. And that's how I wish the film should have been. To my eyes, my fucking eyes, I think the film should have been like the game. The film should have been like the fucking game. And it weren't. And it's a shame. But I actually like the game. Like I say, it came out in 1996, and when you think about it, it was the first game from PlayStation 1, bit of history, to have the 15 rating. The 15 rating. And as you know, they made a lot of sequels, whether it be Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, when the Licker makes his first appearance, and all the other ones. And they're all 15. And there's a bit of history there. There's a bit of history there. When newspaper came out, this kid had a nightmare, the mum got to get him to play Resident Evil, and he had a nightmare, and they reckon the game should have been rated at 18. No, I also think the film should have been at 18, because I grew up, you know, I watched the 90s, Night of the Living Dead, I watched the original 68 one, I watched Dawn of the Dead, I watched Zombie Flesh Eaters, theatrical, and the Stoned Uncut one, which was a lot better. And I feel, yeah, that they're 18. The day, nah, 15 would be fine on that. You know, at 18 would have been more of an impact. But in all fairness, the kid had a nightmare. And the mum said that the Dame should have been at 18. But in all fairness, for the mother to Rings and Ryan, even though it's years and years ago, did she not see the rating? Did she have a snide copy or did she not see the fucking rating? Because you think her common sense being a 15, you don't let your kid pay it. You don't let your kid pay a 15 fucking rating game. You don't do it. But it is what it is. And like I say, the Dame, it made a lot of sequels and it was a popular game. And I do remember the original game was Japan. I think that it come from China, the company that did Resident Evil. And it was a big hit, it was a big popular game from the days of PlayStation. And over the years, they decided, I think one year after being 1997, they decided to do Resident Evil 2, rewind what I just said, Resident Evil 3, and I know now they're doing a remake game. They're doing a remake game. I do remember, just bear me some shouting there. So about being interrupted, my dad was shouting and it was something to do with food. But as I was about to say, apart from talking about food, yeah, I just really, like I said, they made a lot of sequels and then they made the movie version of Resident Evil. I always loved the opening. I always loved the opening. Resident Evil. I always loved that. I just think it was iconic, it was classical, it was the way a game should be. The way a game should be, and like I say, it was popular. And it brought a lot of history back to the golden days of the PlayStation, PlayStation 1. Definitely brings a lot of memories. Like I say, I always remember that. I always remember the trolls, and they were attacking people and had blood. And it was the first type of horror game, the first horror game. It definitely made a lot of history there. It did a lot. And it definitely was a cheapy and scary game. And as you know, the Dane was a dosing, it was cheapy, and I loved it. I liked about it was real people. It was an army, and when you think about it, the army kind of reminds me of Dawn of the Dead. Remember when they got the army and they're going in and they're shooting zombies left, right, and centre? It kind of reminds me of that Resident Evil, and it was like I say, it was the first sort of zombie game. Because I've had zombie games before where you like shoot and you get points and shit like that, but this one had a story, it was cheaper. I always remember the one, like I say, I was about to say, but then my dad was shouting me for something because my dad's in today. And so I had to apologise. But there was one I remember right there, in a desert, and you had voodoo doctors, and you had these monsters and everything. And it's like I said, for the time, the effects, the graphics was above its time. It does now you think, wow, this is old hat. But for that time, just like Tomb Raider, just like Crash Bandicoot, the PlayStation 1, Resident Evil was above its time. It was above its time, and that's what I loved about Resident Evil. And like I say, I love the music, I love the horror atmosphere to it, I love the fact it was playing with horror, it was playing with fear, it played with a lot. You got the soldiers shooting, when you get bit, you had to get like things, you had to change your medicine around, so you had like, it's hard to explain, you had like a Gene Challenger, then you had a Gene one, you could combine on the desert and fix yourself up. Down to the reality, if you got bit by a fucking zombie, you're turning into a zombie. But with it being a game, I went with that. I went with it because I just thought it was a lot different. It was a lot ballsy. So I'm not going to really give the game any points. I'm not going to give it points. It's a computer game from 1996, but Resident Evil, it inspired the sequel. It inspired the third Resident Evil. It inspired the other ones. I know there's going to be a remake of it, but in all fairness, Resident Evil. It's definitely a good one. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.